That's a prop. That's a prop.
Where's it at up there?
You want something to drink?
I see what you did there. I like that. That's good. Oh, Gatorade game. Okay, I did.
After dark.
Lane Tiffin will give you his. All right, guys.
That was a friendly one. I don't need to get in anyone for. He's my guy. He makes me laugh. So I'm not jabbing in a good way.
Okay, Coach will give a statement. Up over your track here to start.
Is it ready? Okay. Very strange situation there. I've been here, 12 years, and never been through the delays like that. I was proud of our team. We had, felt like that this could happen today, and we talked about it all week, and I talked with you about it, talked with the team about being so excited for game one and burning all that energy too early, whether pregame warm-up and, waiting for the game to start, and lo and behold, we get here, and 2-hour delay? Was that what it was?
2 hours.
Something like that.
2 hours
And
10 minutes.
then the players handling that and coming out and playing relatively clean. We had to burn a timeout early with a substitution that's on us. But I mean, honestly, we couldn't. One of our players couldn't hear. We had it cut out on what personnel we were trying to get in there. So overall, just pleased with the operation. I felt like offensively, I really liked the way we were getting balanced there in the second quarter, as we were getting more comfortable. I liked seeing the run game start hitting, and then we made some really tough catches as well. Brock, I thought, did a super job of just managing the game. For a guy that plays his first time starting like that in our stadium, and the way he, and I listened to Coach Hamden a lot, and the way he coaches, he does an excellent job with them. But he talks to them about a couple of times a game you're going to have to make plays with your legs. You're going to have to make plays extending it and throwing the ball. And you guys all watch football and you see it all the time and covered us. And I thought he did an excellent job of making good decisions, pulling the ball down, scrambling for tough yards, buying time in the pocket to throw it, and then throwing it on time and in rhythm as well. We hit some shots down the field as we were getting more plays. You guys also heard me talk a lot in the offseason about just getting plays, getting in a rhythm. And I think you saw a glimpse of that today. We were certainly getting in good rhythm. Defensively played pretty solid. I was frustrated giving up the second and long, I think it was, early in the game. That was frustrating. But they did a heck of a job getting the turnovers. Really played a couple situations really good. And, there's a lot to build from. It's a start. What we played two quarters and 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it was. So, it's a different situation, but we'll make the most of it. Proud of our guys, and got to get back to work. We got a league game next week, so we got to get some sleep. It's late for these guys getting out of here. They got to get home and try to get some sleep. I'm sure they're going to go right home and get to bed, right? So I'll open it up for questions.
Questions? The running backs, you had Demi did his thing, and then the rookies got in there and had a little balance there in that second quarter also.
Yeah, I think, you saw what I've been talking about. We felt very confident in Demi, and Jason, I thought, showed his physicality and his vision, and Jamarion, can go, and I think he's going to give us something this year. He needs to continue to push and continue to grow and be reliable so we can trust him, and they have some talent.
Mark, how important was it for you and the players just to see that most of the stadium stayed packed 2.5 hours later?
Yeah, wait, I meant to open with that. Thank you. I'm going to redo my opening statement. No, I sincerely can't even begin to thank the fans for what they were like. I mean, to go out there 2 hours after we were supposed to and see them just, go nuts and cheering us on and rooting us, that was truly amazing. just now as we were walking down, Mitch and I were walking down to discuss, and we didn't know what was going to transpire. We were just going down to communicate and get on the same page with them, and a bunch of fans are still out there going nuts, and I'm like, easy now, the game's not over, so, but just, just great appreciation for our fan base, and I'm glad we played, a pretty decent game, relatively clean. I know our guys played hard. I know they were excited to play for them, and I feel like our team really did that. I feel like they played their hearts out. There's so much we got to clean up on, but they were excited to play, and I felt like we're relatively disciplined as well.
Mark's ability to keep plays alive, I assume that's hard to simulate in practice since they're not live for contact, but how much have you seen of that, and how impressed are you with that?
It's a great point because, you see it and you see it simulated, but it's not live, so there's a comfort level for him, right? At practice, because he knows he's not going to get somebody from behind and all that. So I really wanted to see him just go play today as well. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you've heard me say it, and it's true. Until that quarterback gets under center and goes plays in that stadium and in games, then, you don't know exactly what you have. But he played like I thought he would. And he's not perfect, and none of our team is, but I think there's a lot to build on that. We all know that the challenge is going to step up starting this week, but I really like what I saw.
Did you tell him to maybe protect himself a little better?
Well, he did look like Will on a couple of those runs, but no, he's tough and he's physical, and he played about like I expected him to.
Speaking of tough,
Barry's had a lot of end arounds, and he's a fast guy, but he's not the
biggest.
What does it say about him? He was willing to take some shots and try to extend plays.
Yeah, I thought, just him, taking those shots and having tough yards on the perimeter. It's such an important part of the game now. You could see us getting, threatening with the perimeter and then hitting it inside and mixing it up, and that's a big piece of it when a guy can run like him. You always have to be, alert for that. But I thought he was tough, and he showed maturity, showed some toughness, and he's grown up, it's a great starting point for him.
Stoops Johnson, we hadn't seen him before, but almost immediately he made a play. Has he been doing stuff?
Yeah, that's what I was messing with him on the sidelines. He's right out there right now. I'm gonna go quick, so you guys could ask them a couple questions, so they could get home really more than anything. I was joking with him on the sidelines. I'm like, I didn't think you had that in. He said, I've been telling you guys, all that. So he's a little more sudden than you think, and so yeah, he's done some really good things, and I think Jamori is another guy I've been telling you about in practice that I thought when the lights come on and you see him in the stadium, I think he's a guy that can make some competitive plays, and he did.
Mark, you guys have talked about just how the depth has been there for the defensive line, even fighting through injuries, but some of the top guys stayed healthy. How impressed were you guys with him for the ability to get pressure and all that?
Yeah, I think we feel good about our front, and we have to continue to work and bring guys along and develop guys, but we want to continue to mix it up, and with that, if we can continue to improve and tighten up some coverage, it gives the ability for Brad and Coach White to mix things up more and bring some pressure and tighten up some coverage. So pretty good effort tonight. They did a nice job. We did a nice job on that interception. That was well played by our defense. We pushed it. We anticipated that play, and they pushed the zones and really played it very well.
Night one with a new offensive coordinator isn't the most new thing in the world for you.
I'm sorry.
Game one with the new OC isn't the newest thing in the world for you the past couple of years.
Yeah,
that's night one with Coach Hamden. What did you see just workflow-wise with him? Obviously a little bit different when the lights come on, I would imagine.
Well, again, he operated like I anticipated he would. I listened to him on, in the meetings, and listened to him on the headsets during scrimmages and games and practice, and he's very, very calm demeanor. I thought he was very decisive on his checks. We missed one late when the guys didn't get lined up, and we were trying to check it and audible to what they were in, and I had to call a timeout. I mean, some of that's going to happen. We want to continue to be a little bit, cleaner and clean up that operation. But he really coaches them hard about winning that, pre-snap with the formations and motions and all that stuff. And I thought we were pretty clean. I'm not sure if we had any pre-snap penalties, any false starts or anything like that. I think we were pretty clean on that.
Mark, before you break down the film, what was your impression of the offensive line?
I liked what I saw. I think we mixed up our runs well. I think, we stretched it out. We hit it downhill. We, hit them with some gap schemes. I told them that was probably my fault on the 4th and 1. That skirmish was going on, and they left the down marker. I thought it was going to be 4th and like 2 or 3. So I didn't know it was going to be 4th and 1, or I probably would have gone for that. But once they were out there, I'm like, if we're going to make that field goal, I don't want to take points off the board. And we're playing good defense. So in hindsight, I don't regret it, but, our guys need to quit getting in skirmishes so I can see exactly what the heck's going on 4th down, to see what the yardage was there.
Okay, folks, thank you.
Okay, thank you.